Okay, so in the previous class uh, we have considered three cases, that is a fin with insulated end. Okay, so insulated end means at the end of the fin or at the tip of the fin, okay, heat loss is almost zero or negligible, we can say, okay, compared to heat transfer from surface of the fin. That is what insulated fin. We have derived the equation for temperature distribution as well as heat transfer rate for the insulated fin, and also we have derived okay, suppose at the tip of the fin heat will be transferred by convection. Okay, that also we have derived, that is a temperature distribution and heat transfer rate. And also we have said that we can use corrected length for a fin losing heat at its tip by convection. Okay, we have told you that we can use corrected length, and we can use the formula of insulated end. That is a formula of heat transfer rate for insulated end. And also we derived the last case, that is a specified temperature at its ends. For that also we have derived the equation. So last class we have derived temperature distribution and heat transfer rate for three cases, that is insulated end, fin losing heat at its tip by convection, and also specified temperature at the end of the fin. For these three cases we have derived the equations. Now coming to the performance of fins. Okay, so performance of fins is evaluated using fin efficiency as well as fin effectiveness. So what is fin efficiency? Fin efficiency is defined as a ratio of heat transfer with fin to the maximum possible heat transfer. Okay, so what is a max? You know that fin, the temperature will vary across the length of the fin. So suppose if the fin is having same temperature as that of the base, okay, then the heat loss will be maximum. So that is what Q max. Okay, so Q, Q actual amount of heat transfer from the fin to the maximum amount of heat transferred from the fin if the entire surface was maintained at the base temperature. Okay, then they will be having maximum heat transfer. If the entire surface of the fin is at base temperature, then you are going to have maximum heat transfer. Well, that is how you define fin efficiency. Okay, so heat lost with the actual fin to the maximum possible heat transfer that can occur. Okay, with fin, if the fin is maintained at base temperature, if the entire fin is maintained at base temperature. So here I have taken for two cases for efficiency of fin I have derived. Okay, so the first one for infinitely long fin. So infinitely long fin, okay, so you know that efficiency of the fin is given by actual heat transfer by maximum possible heat transfer, which is given by, okay, which is equal to, so actual heat transfer by, with fin for infinitely long fin, already you know the equation, that is given by square root of HP K times AC into theta naught. Theta naught is nothing but T naught minus TA, right? So what is the maximum possible heat transfer? Okay, that is given by H into surface area. Okay, here surface area is nothing but perimeter into length. This is very, very important. Okay, see, it is a same fin. Okay, but maximum when heat transfer will be maximum if the entire surface of the fin is maintained at base temperature. Then we can use this formula. That is a Newton's law of cooling formula. Okay, H into area into delta T. So H into here surface area of the fin is given by perimeter into length into, so the entire fin is maintained at what temperature? T naught minus the ambient temperature. So maximum possible heat transfer is given by H into surface area of the fin is given by perimeter into length. Should know that. You should know the formula for surface area, perimeter into length, okay, into T naught minus TA. So here numerator T naught minus TA, denominator T naught minus TA gets cancels. Okay, this, okay, I can write like this, no? So square root of HP K times AC, okay, square root of H, this HP can I write square root of HP and square root of HP. It is nothing but HP only, okay. So here one square root of HP, one square root of HP gets cancels. What is remaining here? Square root of K times AC by square root of HP. If you take the square root of K times AC to the denominator, it will become square root of HP by K times AC, which is nothing but M into L. Okay, so 1 by ml. This T naught minus A, T naught minus TA gets cancels. So efficiency of the fin for infinitely long fin will be 1 by ml. Next, for fin with insulated end, you know the formula for heat transfer. Square root of HP K times AC T naught minus theta naught or T naught minus TA into tan hyperbolic ml. What is the maximum possible heat transfer? H into surface area of the fin, which is given by perimeter into length. Surface area is given by perimeter into length, T naught minus TA. Again T naught minus TA, T naught minus TA gets cancels. So here once again square root of HP, square root of HP. Okay, here square root of HP, 1 square root of HP gets cancels. K times AC is there in the numerator, you can bring it to the denominator, it will become square root of HP by K times AC, is nothing but M into L tan hyperbolic ml. Okay, so this is the formula for efficiency of a insulated fin. Next, fin effectiveness. Okay, fin effectiveness actually tells you whether putting the fin is useful or not useful. Okay, or whether putting the fin will increase the heat transfer or it will decrease the heat transfer or it doesn't have any effect. Okay, that will be told by fin effectiveness. So you know that we are adding fin to enhance the heat transfer. In general, we are adding fin to enhance the heat transfer. So by adding fin, what you are doing is you are reducing the convection resistance and you are increasing the conduction resistance, because when you added the solid fin, okay, the conduction resistance will increase and convection resistance is going to get decreased. The net heat transfer will depend on these two resistance. So you should know that just by putting the fin, it may or may not increase the heat transfer. That depends on these two resistance, that is convection resistance and conduction resistance. Already you have come across this convection and conduction resistance. Actually fin effectiveness is given by ratio of heat transfer rate with fin, that is the actual rate of heat transfer with fin, and heat transfer rate without fin. Heat transfer rate without fin. Okay, so that will be given by, so Q actual rate of heat transfer with fin, Q fin divided by E without fin. Okay, here H times. So you know that the fin which will be attached to the base surface is nothing but cross section area. Okay, we have taken here AC. Please try to understand here the fin which has been attached to the surface. Okay, what is that area of the fin which is attached to the surface is nothing but cross section area AC into T naught minus TA. Suppose if there was no fin attached to that surface, then whatever the heat lost from that area is nothing but H times AC T naught minus TA, because T naught is the temperature of the base minus TA. So from that particular area, what is the heat transfer without fin? That is what I have written this equation. Okay, try to understand this. Q fin represents actual rate of heat transfer with fin. Without fin means, suppose if that fin was not added to that base surface. Okay, so what is that area that is not added means? It is nothing but cross section area of that fin. From that area, what is the heat loss? Okay, so effectiveness of the fin will be equal to 1 means there is no increase of heat transfer by using the fin, because if effectiveness is equal to fin, then heat loss with fin, it will be equal to heat loss without fin. If effectiveness is less than 1, it means heat loss without fin will be more. Okay, then it actually reduces the heat transfer by adding additional thermal resistance. I told you, okay, the conduction resistance will be more than it. Instead of increasing the heat transfer, it is going to reduce the heat transfer. So effectiveness, if it is greater than 1, then it will enhance the or increases the rate of heat transfer. So by knowing these values, you can just tell, okay, by putting the fin, whether it will increase or decreases the heat transfer, if you know the effectiveness. So for one of the case, I have derived effectiveness, small derivation. For infinitely long fin, you know the formula for heat loss with fin. It is given by square root of HP K times AC theta naught, or T naught minus TA. Okay, so what is the heat loss without fin? H times cross section area of that fin into T naught minus TA. So T naught minus TA, T naught minus TA gets cancels. Here H times AC is there. Here also H times AC, square root in the square root. So this H times AC, I can write square root of HAC, square root of HAC. So here one numerator HAC square root gets cancels. Remaining will be PK or KP, and one more square root of HAC is there. Okay, this is about fin effectiveness. So we'll solve numericals. In that first one, an aluminum alloy fin of thermal conductivity 200 watts per meter Kelvin, 3.5 mm thick and 2.5 centimeter long, protrudes from a wall. Full stop. The base is at 420 degrees Celsius and ambient air temperature is 330 degrees Celsius. Full stop. The heat transfer coefficient may be taken as 11 watt per meter square Kelvin. Find the heat loss and fin efficiency if the heat loss from the fin tip is negligible. Okay, so this is a case of insulated fin. No, they have told that heat loss from the fin tip is negligible. Okay, that is from the tip of the fin. If heat loss is negligible, you can take it as insulated fin. So here you can just see, I was discussing about fin effectiveness. I told you here cross section area, why we have taken cross section area H times AC. See, this is the cross section area of the fin. No, width into thickness is the cross section area. Okay, that area we have considered. Heat loss with fin, heat loss without fin. That means if the fin was not attached to this base surface, okay, then what would have been this area? This would have been cross section area. That is what here we have taken here. So coming to the problem, so they have given the fin having thermal conductivity 200, okay, and the thickness they have given 3.5 mm, 2.5 centimeter length of the fin also they are given. Okay, it's a rectangular cross section, no, because whenever they have given thickness and length, width, it means that it is a rectangular cross section fin. Ambient temperature TA they have given. Heat transfer coefficient 11 watt per meter square Kelvin. Okay, H they have given, where I have written H here. Okay, H equal to 11 watt per meter square Kelvin, right? So the and base temperature is 420. Here they have given no, the base temperature is at 420 degrees Celsius T naught. That is this temperature. Okay, this is the base. This temperature is 420 degrees Celsius. Right, ambient temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, and you know that this fin is having a case of insulated fin. So what they have asked, just heat loss and efficiency. So you know the formula for heat transfer rate, which is given by square root of HP K times AC theta naught tan hyperbolic ml, which will be equal to theta naught, I put T naught minus TA tan hyperbolic ml. Okay, so in this problem, okay, perimeter is given by 2 times width. Whether they have given width they have not given. Correct, no? Length they have given 2.5 centimeter, thickness they have given, width they have not given. If they have not given, you can assume width to be as 1 meter. So 2 times width will be 1. So 2 into 1, 2 meters. Next, cross section area width into thickness. Width is 1, thickness is how much? 3.5 mm. Convert into meters, it will be 3.5. 1 millimeter is 10 power minus 3 meters. 3.5 into 10 power 3 minus 3 meters. Okay, meters square it will become when you multiply. Next, m into L is equal to square root of HP by K times AC into L, which is equal to square root of H is 11, perimeter calculate 2, thermal conductivity 200, cross section area is 3.5 to 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, into length. Length also we have calculated. Length it has been given no in the problem 2.5 centimeter length has been given. So 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. In terms of meter, 1 centimeter is 10 to the power of minus 2. You are going to get 0.14. Okay, no units because m unit is per meter, length is meter, meter gets cancelled, so m into L is no unit, right? Next, heat loss with fin is given by the formula, you know, H they have given 11, perimeter you have calculated 2, thermal conductivity has been given, thermal conductivity of the fin 200, cross section area is 3.5 10 power minus 3, so T naught TA you know, okay, base temperature and ambient temperature, tan hyperbolic, m into L is there, m into L this has been calculated which is 0.14. So just substitute and get the value of heat loss with fin 213 watts. Next, fin efficiency is given by you know, for an insulated fin we have just now I've shown the formula. It is I've used the direct formula tan hyperbolic ml by ml. Okay, just substitute the values, get the efficiency. It is around 99.35%. Right. Next, second problem. So a very long 25 mm diameter copper rod having thermal conductivity 380 watt per meter degree Celsius extends horizontally from a plane heated wall at 150 degrees Celsius. Okay, see this is a fin of circular cross section because they have given diameter 25 mm diameter, and from a plane heated wall at 150 degrees Celsius. Okay, that is this wall is at 150 degrees Celsius. From this wall one rod is there having diameter 25 mm. In terms of meter it will be 0.025 meters. Okay, and also they have given thermal conductivity as 380 watts per meter Celsius. Here by mistake they have written meter square. Okay, this is actually meter, watt per meter Celsius or watt per meter Kelvin, right? Next, the temperature of the surrounding air TA they have given 30 degrees Celsius, and heat transfer coefficient also they have given 10 watt per meter square Kelvin. Okay, determine the rate of heat loss from the rod. To calculate heat loss, since they have stated that it's a very long rod, we will take okay length of the fin to be infinitely long fin. Okay, so this is a case of very long fin, no? They are told it's a very long. So it means you can, there are actually 4 cases. First case, what we infinitely long fin, that case we are going to take. Because in the problem, in the very start of the problem, they have told it's a very long rod. So diameter, length will be infinity, thermal conductivity they have given 380, T naught, that is this TAH. Rest we have to just calculate the rate of heat loss. You know the formula for a infinitely long fin heat loss with fin heat loss is given by square root of HP K times AC into theta naught, or KACM into theta naught. I told you KACM is nothing but square root of HP times HP KAC. So before this, let us try to calculate perimeter. Okay, this is a circular cross section fin. So you have to consider perimeter is given by pi times diameter, pi times d, pi into d diameter they are given. Okay, substitute and get the value of perimeter. Next, cross section area is given by pi d square by 4. This also, you know, diameter is 0.025 square by 4, which is 4.908 into 10 to the power of minus 4. Once you got this, you can calculate m, which is given by square root of HP by K times AC. This you know. So m is given by square root of HP by K times AC. H is the heat transfer coefficient, which is 10. It has been given in the problem. Perimeter you have calculated. Okay, if it is a circular cross section, perimeter is given by pi d. So pi 0.0785 perimeter. Then thermal conductivity also has been given 380. Cross section area 4.908 into 10 to the power of minus 4. Substitute, get the value of m. It is 2.052 per meter. So unit for m is per meter. Next, heat transfer rate, you know the formula for infinitely long fin. Okay, K, either you can use this formula or this formula. I have used this formula. Okay, K is thermal conductivity, which is 380. Cross section area is 4.908 in 10 to the power of minus 4. M 2.052 into theta naught, which is nothing but T naught minus TA. T naught is 150, TA is 30. These are both the values have been given in the problem itself. Okay, base temperature and ambient temperature. Okay, substitute, and we are going to get 45.924 watts heat transfer. Okay, that's all. Thank you.